Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. It's your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. We here rocking out. Good people. What's happening? Got a lot of stuff on tap. Uh we're gonna get in some questions of the day. We in a drought season, dog. I'm not watching no baseball. I mean, we got basketball, but that drink
Blow,
about to be
blowouts
over,
every
dog.
other night.
Blowouts. That drink, how rigged is the NBA, dog? That drink,
The lottery
I feel
told
like
you everything you needed to know.
I feel like I come on this joint every week and say how rigged this joint is. Dog, let me just say this. I cannot, there's no way you can convince me that the referees don't have a hand in it, dog. How much referees make? They make about like 140,000 or something
I
like
thought it was
that.
like 80 grand.
They make more than that now, dog. If
Oh,
you've been a ref and you've been a ref for a long time, you probably up in there. You probably making like close to 200K. But can you imagine you making 200K and the Bama standing right in front of you making like 60 mil and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I know you think I think everybody is good. I think Bama's is crooked, dog. I think Bama's is snakes and dastardly doing funny business. Everybody doing funny business under the table, dog. What the Bible say? It say the heart desperately wicked, dog. These Bama's is crooks, Aaron.
all of
Ain't no way you going to tell me these Bama's is walking clean slates like everybody in the dog. You got pastors and churches that's doing funny business. You mean to tell me the referees is all straight lace playing by the book, not doing no funny business, dog? I'm not buying it, Ern. I'm not buying it.
according to FanDuel,
No,
huh?
they gotta get the money, dog.
Yo, I told y'all to leave it. Wait till September, dog. You gotta wait till September.
No, these Bama's this. Dog, they look. I ain't gonna hold you. My wife, she don't watch the broad. She stopped watching the podcast about 5 years ago, dog. She don't watch the joint no more. She don't even know. As long as I don't do nothing salacious and get us hemmed up or say nothing wild where everybody be talking, she don't look at the joint, dog. Dog, I'm probably in the hole about like
Don't say it.
600, about
No, that's not
600.
bad. I thought you were about to say like 10 grand.
Yeah, about 600. They
You'll
keep
make it
giving me
back
with
football season.
yeah, but they keep giving me with these these little donations over time. Like I don't never get them back as big bread, but like little donations, $50 here, 25, 25, 50, 25. You know what I'm saying? The joint add up. So I think like probably for all the basketball season, because I was up a little bit, then I like came back down. So I might be in the whole overall the whole basketball season, maybe like $600. It don't seem like that much. It's not that crazy, but dog, I'm just thinking like I could have bought some golf equipment. I could have got me a new watch. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about like all the other stuff I probably could have did with the bread because these Bammers swindled me. This joint is a yeah, dog. But we at the end, so ain't no more, ain't really no more donation. I stopped like maybe like a week ago. I said, nah, no more.
So they're not gonna
I
get you with the finals.
Nah, dog.
First of all,
I asked what you call it, what he was doing. Shout out my man Jay. I was like, Jay, what you about to do? He's like, he sent me the little ticket joint. I started joint and I just didn't do nothing with it. I just looked at it. I was like, and I ain't do nothing. Good thing. they would have they'd have took some more, they'd have took some more out. What was you about to say? The finals? What about the finals?
they're not gonna bait you. The surest bet I think I ever seen where I almost was like, I need to just put 10K on the Timberwolves in their first home game after being down 0-2. Like
Mhm,
to me, that was the biggest lock I ever seen. But
mhm.
being that I ain't touched basketball all season, I ain't even log into my FanDuel drink. But to me, like that was one of the drinks that would have got me because I'd have been like, all right, we going all in on this drink, and then Bama's either would have doubled the bread or been
Mhm.
furious for 2 weeks. But that joke was pretty much a lock. They weren't gonna let them Bama's get swept.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Not at this stage in the game. Um, they down 3-1 though.
It might be over. I took the
It might
Timberwolves to
be
win it,
over.
but it might be over.
That's a tough deficit to come back. The New York Knicks, They skating on ice right now, bro. That last game, what they say? Scott Foster's never let a team go down 3-1 as he's been a playoff referee.
Oh, three.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dog, let me say this. That Knicks joint,
He's the linchpin
he's
for
the
the
linchpin,
foolishness.
dog.
He
Yeah,
the new Tim
dog.
Donaghy.
Dog, he was Tim Donaghy when Tim Donaghy was dead, dog. Tim Donaghy took the fall, and that Batman somehow escaped. I guess they couldn't let the whole joint because he the ringleader, dog. And you can't let the whole demonstration just fall apart. So they had to keep some integrity in the joint. They had to keep some integrity. Now I think anything could come out, dog. You could find out the whole joint rigged. Bama's still be putting in parlays, thinking they clean house, so it's all better now, and then they just go right back to dog. Mankind, dog, is the dumbest species known to the universe, dog. We so dumb, dog. Bama's get us one time, we just get right back in the pool, dog. Electrocution, don't matter. So he been doing the funny business. They still up to no good. That joint, yeah, they won't get me, bro. I'm done. I done gave them enough donations for basketball joint. That's why I really stay away from the basketball joint. And my smarter mind told me to leave the joint alone. But you know how it is. I'm like, oh yeah, what I'm gonna do with this? How I think. I'm like, what I'm gonna do with this $15? Like, I ain't about to do nothing with the $15. I'm about to.
And the
It'd be
joint,
a.
it is fun sometimes if it's close.
It
Like if
is
it ain't
fun.
a blowout, like it's entertainment. So it's not like you get nothing out of the
Yeah,
joint.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because Bama's be in that
I
joint.
got there was a time, though. There was a time when I would wake up 2 a.m. in the morning to see who won. I'd be like, can't sleep. The Bamas lose. I'd be just cursing my neighbor out. I couldn't even like function, dog. This was like 10 years ago. I couldn't make it, dog. Before I like maybe I was like 15 years ago. That drink was a problem, bro. You could have easily seen me at the AA meeting. I never went to the AA, but I probably should have went to the AA joint, dog. Nah, real talk. I probably should have went down and sat in the chair and like, yeah, my name's Harold. I'm a gambling addict. Woo, woo, woo. Dog, I was an addict, bro. Did I
And this
ever
is
tell you about this?
before they legalized.
This before? That's what I'm saying. That might have made the drink worse because this before the drink was legalized. Dog, one
You had to have a
time,
bookie or drive over the border
dog. Let
to
me
go
tell
to
you something.
Delaware.
It was an online casino joint. This joint was based out of Japan or UK or somewhere across seas, dog. Because the whole like the URL address and everything was like if you needed to call, like the number was like a European number, dog. To call, like if you had to call the joint, I can't remember what the joint was called, but at the time I was working in a restaurant. And so my man put me on to the drink because he was betting. I was like, dog, how you bet on the drink? He's like, dog, it's this website drink. But I'm like, dog, I thought the drink is illegal. He's like, yeah, you can bet on the drink. They do Visa, all that. So I was like, all right, bet. So I'm on the drink. This
Nigga
one
in
you know
cahoots
you
with
got
other degenerates.
this one you know you got a problem, dog. Cause I was on the drink night and day. I was on the drink full time, dog. Like, and this before you could really use your phone. And like now you can navigate the internet and just do whatever on your phone. But back then, that drink was just strictly web browser. You had to have a web browser for this drink because it was just one of them kind of situations. You could check scores and stuff on your phone, but they actually get the interface on the drink. So on the website, they had this is when you know you're a degenerate. This is when you're going down the wrong path, dog. The enemy had my soul with this drink. I'm playing the online casino joint. When you bet online casinos, that's when it's a rap city in the basement for you, dog. Because the drink computerized, so they could just do whatever on the drink. They could let you win, dog. I won $1,000 and lost it in the course of 2 minutes. Cause you playing with chips, you don't even know, like you can't even like, you know, you don't even know how much money you winning and losing because it just they like change the currency in the chips
Little
and then
pieces of
you think
plastic.
it's a game. You think you playing a game, dog,
Oh, it
and then
is a game.
you just like I'm in the drink locked in, like yeah. Then that drink just dog 900 gone, 30 seconds, one roll of the dice drink. I said, oh, this drink. Then One time, the little side story. One time I had won 1,500 earn. The Bamas, so for that joint, when you win money, you couldn't like it wasn't like a direct transfer to your card and nothing like that. Like now, if you went on FanDuel, whatever, you could just take the money out straight to your account. This joint, you had to request a check, dog. These Bamas will send you a check in the mail. That joint take like 6 weeks to get there. Dog, the joint was so one time I had one. I had what's the statute limitations? I don't think they can come get me now. But I got the check from the joint. Joint took like I had to write letters and everything because the Babs was trying to hold my bread. I said, "Can I get my 1,500, please? Can y'all send me my check?" I'm writing them every day. I'm calling the number, the European joint. I'm like, "Yeah, I need my money." Boom, boom. Y'all ain't seen the check. It's been 8 weeks. It's been 9 weeks. Drake took like 3 months for me to get the check, though. They finally sent the check. Then I'm scared to cash the joint, Earn. I'm like, dog, I'm gonna
You
get
thought it was a scam check?
money.
Bam was letting
No,
stop.
that joint, I was in the vortex then during that time, dog. I vowed I'd never go back. I should have went to the AA meeting. I should have
Now he
did
back.
all that. Nah, I ain't back, dog. Nah, I ain't nowhere close, dog. I ain't nowhere close. Back then, I was taking midnight drives up to the casino, and, and I'm on a roulette table. I'm on it. That's when I had it bad, dog. I was Usher in '07, dog. I had that joint bad. I'm glad I got out though. That's why the joint boils my blood to see them scam the whole world, scam likely everybody around with the DraftKings and sportsbook joint. That joint is a whole. It's a dirty game, all right. It's a dirty game. Um. All right, we had somebody sending a question in. They didn't really send a question. They just said basically gave a scenario. So
Get a new one. That's the answer.
uh, this dude is dating this girl, and she just up and went out of town without notice.
Uh-oh.
He found she found out she was out of town when she texted him, basically saying like, "I'm out of town. I'll be back on Monday." And this is like over the weekend. No heads up, no conversation. Just boom, she on a weekend trip with her girls. Now, the kicker or the caveat is that they not like boyfriend and girl. It's not official, but they talking.
How long he been hidden?
I don't know if he hit the joint or not.
Oh, come on. Why he even right? If you ain't touched the joint, you don't get the question, no behavior,
I
nothing.
mean, I think he been stepping with the joint. So I this the thing. I'll assume he has hit the joint. I'll assume that. But what should he do?
Nothing if it ain't your youngin.
Okay. The move is it shady? Is it a
Of
shady
course
type
it's safe.
move?
It don't
What
come up at all.
Nah, dog. The way he spin it, Youngin just popped up, was like,
Another
"Yeah, I'll be back on
phenomena
Monday."
that I'm just becoming aware to. It's a lot of people out here that in their mind one thing is going on, but in
Mhm.
reality something else is going on. So maybe this not even his youngin like that. Maybe she like went out with this Bama 2, 3 times, and he thinking this Bama see a future. He hearing babies crying in the background, all other kind of stuff. But to her, she out here just juggling, might be getting free dinners. You just never know. So it's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of people living in an alternate universe
Yeah,
every single
dog.
day.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people misguided. Their minds not. They thinking it's one thing. You know what I'm saying? You get them closed up on them. The Bama's Pee Wee Herman, dog. It ain't got no Youngin. It's just, you know, you don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know.
So it's just hard to tell with a lack of information. But just generally speaking, if you talking to somebody and then they going out of town and it doesn't even come up until they already on their way out of town, then she either about to get bamboozled when she land,
Or get bammed on. Either one or the other.
or you ain't who you think you are in the situation.
Dog, I'm gonna just say this, dog. You might need to get out. You might need to get out now, bro. Might need to get out.
Or just don't get into like it's okay to like entertain drinks that you know. aren't for keeps. Like you might
Mhm,
have a good summer, a good weekend, whatever the case. Like
mhm.
every joint you got doesn't need to be like somebody. Well, I mean, in theory, you should be, but like at the place we are in 2025, every joint you deal with isn't somebody necessarily that you planning to be with forever. Just understand like who people are and just trust them to be who they are. Now, if you a Bama that get caught up in the vortex every time you touch a youngin or something like that, then this might not be for you.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, you letting your heart get hurt. You just you might need to just stay out. Yeah, because that joint. I'm gonna just say this, dog. That joint, Aaron, what you think unexpected going out of town mean, dog? I don't think it mean nothing good, dog. You don't know about
She about to get beaten to somebody's mattress in a hotel somewhere or
that's
somebody's
it.
house. That's the only thing that come with a
That's,
flight,
that's it, dog. I don't care what she tell you.
especially a last minute flight. That
What
means
joint you gonna believe? What explanation she could give that you gonna believe and accept?
that she got her buns beat.
No,
Just
no,
be
no, no.
straightforward. and honest. That's the
That's
only thing I'm gonna believe.
hold on, hold
Anything
on,
else is
hold on,
uncivilized.
hold on. What if it's like, let's say, death in the family, something like that?
So hold on, what's
Is
the
there is
scenario
there is
first?
there a scenario that she could tell you the way you be like, all right, okay, or is it or everything is the default a lie? Whatever she say, work. Oh, I had a work event, boom, boom, just popped up
It's a
last
lie.
minute. You just
It's all a lie. Because she would say it, like it would come up, like whatever the emergency is. If y'all dealing with each other like that, it's gonna come up. She's gonna be bent out of shape. It's gonna come up.
yeah.
If the flight come up before the conversation come up, then like you said, she going to get bammed on, dog.
No, it's over, dog. Just go ahead and let that joke fly. I mean, I let if you serious about getting next to that joint dead, dog. Like,
Unless you just bamming on her too, then
I mean, unless it's
that's
that,
what
yeah,
come with it.
unless it's that, yeah, unless it's that, but yeah, you just, yeah, bro,
Just
that
strap
joint,
up. But other than that,
yeah, because you ain't by yourself, dog. You are not alone. MJ's not alone, bro. I just want to try like just tipping your expectations, bro. Because you just the quicker you are to acceptance, the easier it is to kind of navigate it. When you trying to like convince yourself that it ain't what it is, dog,
then,
you
then
just
you already lost.
you already lost, bro. And I'm just saying the fact that you ain't know that's a tall tale sign, dog. She getting bammed on, or at least trying to. So, and usually when they trying to, then it's gonna happen.
Ask her to see the receipt for the plane ticket. If she can't produce the drink that she paid for, she lied.
You
If he
said
bought
if
the
that
ticket,
joint sponsored,
if I
and
bought the
she
ticket,
and she give them what if she give them my job? They paid for the joint, and
yeah,
then
I bet they
it's a
did because you about to get work. That's exactly what happened.
yeah, dog. All right, yeah, that joint dead, bro. That joint dead. It's just watch it back. All right, another drink came in. Same vein. It says, if your partner's ex, I'm sorry, if your partner is still keeping contact with their ex's mom, is that something to be concerned about? So, I mean, I don't even know. I think with relationships that have been long lasting, like let's say you dealt with somebody for some years. Like let's say you dealt with somebody for years and like, it's I mean in adulthood, not no kitty type joint, maybe, but like let's say like you dealt with somebody for a long extensive time and much of who you were like associated with was with this person, and for whatever reason the mom like kind of reaches out from time to time. I think I don't know, dog. This one is a little tricky because I think if you're trying to come in and regulate that and y'all just been talking, I don't think you really can like say or speak on that. If y'all been dealing with like, let's say y'all been dealing for like 5 years or so or some time, and then the mom is still like hitting you up and stuff like that. I mean, I can see it makes sense to maybe potentially draw a boundary there. Um, if if the mom is pulling you into stuff that because you know how parents be, they want their kids to be with certain people, and they try like, oh yeah, we're having a shindig, you should come and stop by, or blah blah blah, or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to set a boundary, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know. What you think, Aaron?
This ain't my area of expertise, but I just like you said, unless the parent is like pulling somebody into something, they just check and say, "Hey, thought about you. How you
Hmm.
doing? Everything
Hmm.
good." They could be invested in you in certain. They
Hmm.
might have known when you was going to school or you got a
Hmm.
certain job. It could be any. You could have helped them with something. So I don't think just because you in contact with somebody who has a relationship with somebody else means anything necessarily diabolical. As long as you are in control of the situation and are like setting boundaries for anything inappropriate, like are they trying to invite you over for family game night, or you know what I mean? Like little stuff like that
Hmm.
is one
Hmm.
thing. But if it's just reaching out, checking to see how you doing, or vice versa, I don't really see an issue with.
Hmm.
But again,
Yeah.
I ain't the married nigga or
Yeah.
Mr. Relationship, so I can't really.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think it's that big of a deal. That might be okay. I mean, yeah. Like I said, you said it. If they trying to be excessive and like, oh, you stop by, can you go pick something up and try to like foster a relationship, like to
Or
be
try to make you
continued.
cross paths with the jerk.
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, then it could be problematic. But if it's just like simple check-in stuff, like um I don't think that's a big issue. Um, Speaking of relationships, Travis Hunter, he married his joint, Leanna,
Oh, the king of the.
bought her the whip, no prenup, nothing. This Bama living wild, bro.
I hope everybody else is wrong and he right.
I
But we've
hope so
seen this
too.
movie before so many times. I just hope I'm wrong
I hope so too, dog.
for his sake. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's hard. We far removed from the whole situation. We can only see from the outside looking in. A lot of people have been critical of the situations. We've said that Youngin was for the streets, and you need to watch that drink. And I I still feel that way. I think when you're coming into a new situation like he's coming into, where I mean, it's not just going to be what it was in Colorado. I'm sure in that bubble there was a lot of like odds and fame and stuff. The fame is going to go up a notch with him being a Jacksonville Jaguar, and the schedule and how he moves. You know, I think for her, the glam and the glitter, like this, the life. I mean, I don't know personally, but it seems like this the life she always wanted.
Bingo.
And sometimes like at the front of it, it's like it's like the euphoria when it's new. As somebody who's married, that that joint wear off and it get to like what is it made of for real? Like what is it made of? And so for them going into this situation, got the big break, got the he bought her the truck and all, like what I'm saying? It's about to get real big and grand. Once that kind of cool off, and you over here, or you travel over, LA, she stayed back and stayed home. Bama's gonna test the waters. All
Because
right.
it's guys that prey on these type of youngers in situations, especially on your team in the league. It's guys that been hitting off Bama's girls since they started playing football. So it's
It's
like
not gonna change. They
it's gonna
gonna
get
be
worse.
they
Because
gonna be trying chipping at the armor. If it look like she giving you flack and she trying to get you, oh, you're not paying attention to me. Like this is the type of like behavior that's indicative of what she displayed. Like if he's like focused on his craft and is like locked in, and the attention is kind of like wane from her, like she seems, again, I don't know personally, but to like be attention seeking, and somebody's gonna be there with the bread and the attention to feed into that. And I don't know. Again, I don't know Slim personally. Bama's probably shoot their shots at her, and we'll know how she respond. But
but she
I,
wasn't locked in until the marriage. Like he had all the leverage up until they said I do and walked down the aisle.
Mhm.
With no prenup, now all the leverage he had is gone. So now him going to the league and marrying her, he's providing her with a certain level of access that she wouldn't have been able to get even by getting hit off by different guys. Like
Mhm.
to be a wife, to have access to half of what he's about to make and everything is just something
Off
completely,
breaks.
completely different.
Mhm.
And then when you bring her into these spaces that she never would have made it into on her own, then you're gonna finally get to see when you don't do what she wants you. But we already started to see it, somewhat when she make things about her and all other kind of stuff
Mhm.
that she displays publicly. I can't imagine what's done behind closed doors when she doesn't get her way. But again, just hoping I'm wrong because it's not just him. Like we see this behavior and we see other guys that kind of like they don't get youngins like that or whatever
Mhm.
the case may be, and then certain youngins will suck them into the vortex, and you can't really say nothing until whatever happened is going to happen, and you can't go and be like, "I told you so." It's just like when people are dealing with somebody in a romantic relationship, a lot of times you just kind of mind your business until the stuff play out.
No.
Because if you step
Matters of the
in,
heart. Matters
you
of the
be the
heart.
bad
That
guy.
much I'll fight you,
Yeah.
dog. Dog, I remember this one time I was dating this joint. Dog, I'm driving in her neighborhood. I might have told you this story before. I'm driving in her neighborhood. I see her in the car with another Bama, dog. I drive past the joint. I'm driving to her house and I'm like driving the neighborhood. And then, like, as I'm driving in, I see a car coming out the joint and I see her in the car. I'm like, dog,
What you do?
D tried to tell me, though. He tried to warn me. I was like, you don't know what you're talking about, dog. This is my
No, you
joint.
didn't.
Yeah, dog. I screamed on D, dog. He didn't
You
tell
lied.
me yet. I swear to you, dog. Next time we're in the football Sunday, just be like, young, did Harold ever scream over you over the joint when he was dating that one time? He'll be like, yeah, dog. The nigga was heartbroken. I was heartbroken, dog.
So what did he tell you, and then what did you say?
He said, so this is the thing. Before when I was dating the joint, I was like in school, like I was coming home, I was with the joint. He was like, dog, I see you move with the drink. Cause I brought her around, dog. I was like, yeah, this
Oh,
my
this nigga.
brother. Woo, woo, woo. He was like, yeah, I see you moving with the drink. He was like, dog, she ain't the one, dog. That's all he said. I'm like, dog, what you mean she ain't the one? He was like, dog, she ain't the one, bro. He's like, I just, it's just a couple things, I just noticed and seeing like being around. Cause I think we went out and that like he was with Nikki at the time. So I brought her out with Nikki. He was like, dog, he's like, I know you feeling the joint. I know you like the joint a lot, but dog, I don't think she the one, bro. He told me just like that. That's why you gotta have good friends, dog, that just keep it all the way a buck. Just like he wasn't like the
Trying to
joint,
embarrass you or nothing.
I was offended, dog. I was like, dog, you don't know. I'm like, D, how you gonna say that? Dog, you don't think I don't know these joints,
How
dog?
hold on, how old was you? Like what age?
I might have been like 19,
Okay, so
20.
you was young. All right.
Yeah, I might have been like 18, 19. So I wasn't that old, but I was driving. Yeah, I was about 19, 20. He's like, dog, I screamed on the back, dog, you don't know nothing. Like, how you gonna tell me, dog, whatever. Dog, that day I drove past her and she was in the car with the Batman, dog.
So how you just randomly drove past her?
Nah, because it's the thing. I was like, oh, I was in the area. I was in the neighborhood. I was like, oh, I'm
Oh.
about to just stop by the house and see if she at the joint. We can go get some to eat. Woo, 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 woo.
So let's be
I
honest. Let's put a pause right here. So you really randomly was like, I'm in the area, let me just go see. Or was you suspicious and you was like, let me
Nah,
go?
dog. Listen, Aaron. This the truth. This the truth about me, dog. I like I, at the time I didn't have a clue. I ain't never had no youngin do
So
me
you ain't know
dirty.
no better. Okay.
So I didn't. So it wasn't like I was looking like, oh, these the signs. Like, oh, this joint looks shady. Like I never had a joint do me dirty. So I just was like, I'm like, dog. I'm not thinking nothing. I'm like, I'm when I'm in that mode, I'm thinking super positive about everything. That's where I was at with it. So
Okay.
I'm like, dog, I might just go to the gym. I'm like, yeah, let me see, boom, boom. And it's before like cell phone, like this is back when cell phones had minutes. So you wouldn't just calling nobody just like wasting minutes just to be like, I'm like, oh, I'm in the area. I'm just gonna stop by. I'm driving in the neighborhood. I see the little Crown Victoria joint coming out the joint, and I see the bubble crown joint. I see the joint leaving. I see the dude in the
Nigga said the
driver's
double
seat,
crack.
and she in the passenger joint. I'm like,
Did she see you?
yeah, she saw me, dog, and I saw her. And then that night, I think I called her. I'm like, yeah, no, I was calling her. No. That's what happened. I called her right after the joint.
While she was in the car with the dude, you called her?
Yeah, either then, or I went back to the house. Dog, it was the first time I was going through this situation, dog. I didn't know her. I didn't know. I didn't have all my spider senses. I didn't even have spider senses
So
then.
you was just green.
I was
Batman don't know
moving and
better.
shake. Yeah, I was green,
He was
dog.
just trying to be a good guy. And you
That's
got it
it.
stomped on his heart.
Dog, and turned me to a savage. That's generally what happens. So I called her. She wasn't picking up. That joint was just sending me down the tunnel, dog. I was just like, she's not gonna pick. Dog, it's like 8 o'clock. I think maybe 8 o'clock. So this happened at like 4. It's 8 o'clock. I'm blowing the joint up, no answer. I called D. D like, bro, I tried to tell.
We got had D on the top.
Dog, he said, I tried to tell you, dog. She wasn't the one. I said, dog. I'm like, I just don't know, dog. I was in the fetal. I was just down. I was down and out, dog. I was down and out, bro. She finally picked up at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, dog.
After she
It's
finished getting
already
fanned out.
over. Yeah, she got back.
That's why he be giving this kind of.
I couldn't believe it, dog. I couldn't
Oh
believe it.
yeah, nigga
I
was
said,
blown.
but I learned, but this is the thing.
Turned into King
Sometimes
Von
you
after that.
gotta go through them situations though. That's what I'm saying. Like any of y'all young Bama's in it, like, you know what I'm saying? You go and get your heart broke. It's part of the maturation process though. It's just like Bama's coming from the college ranks to the pros, dog. You're gonna go through some growing pains, dog. You're gonna throw an interception, might have a bad game, you're gonna get sacked. Like, it's just part of it, bro. And you just learn how to navigate the situations. You know what I'm saying? To be the best man you can be. That's all you can do, dog. So I learned, dog. I learned. I learned. On to some football. Kirk Cousins ain't show up for OTAs. You care?
He about to retire. What's going on?
Nah, Alabama. No, he just
He
disgruntled.
mad.
He want to get
Black boy
yeah,
about to start. That's what
yeah,
it
he
is.
want to get traded. Bama making a ton of bread. I don't know what.
Don't pay. He don't show up. Don't pay. Sign another veteran quarterback for training camp.
Yeah,
Anybody got time to
more.
be playing with this kid?
Raheem Morris basically was like, I'm not surprised. He just ain't tripping. They got their quarterback in Penix, and they
Yeah,
ready to rock.
perfect. He ain't got split reps with the belt.
Mm-mm. Stephon Diggs was on
My
a
man,
yacht
my man. He
out
handled the
there.
league like you supposed to handle the league.
Mhm.
You ain't got to worry about no Travis Hunter scenario with this battle.
Yeah, he out here. He in the streets, living life.
Knocking them down left and right.
Living life. Anything else, dog, going on? Sports world? I might have Pat Curry on this journey probably in a week or two. Talk about his new stomping grounds at Grambling State. Bama got out of that joint with the Grambling State, dog. About to bring a chip to Grambling.
Moving and shaking, though.
Moving and shaking, dog. I'm proud of that man, dog. He ain't let the Bamas hold him down. He said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah, FAMU they was moving funny anyway. So yeah, he was like, nah, dog, I gotta get out of this joint. Grambling situation. I mean, it's in the states, it's in Louisiana. I mean, who want to live there? But you know,
You said who would have lived there?
I mean, I'm just saying, real talk, dog. Who want to live there? It's like swamp land. But the thing is, though, when you are like you somebody in those areas of those small towns, you get all the love, dog.
Yeah.
You walking on water, you go in a mom and pop restaurant, they be like, dinner's on us. Like you get that kind of treatment in them little towns where like even your like whatever money you make, that drink double because you like the regular stuff, they take care of the people. They take care of the institution, especially if you're a winner. Oh my goodness, dog. You win, So we'll see. We'll see. It seemed like the a lot of teams with the NIL, they get more space to be able to do stuff. So we're going, we'll talk to him a little bit about
And he
that.
took a
Like,
rack of Bama's with him, didn't he?
yeah, I
I
mean,
saw he had a lot of transfers come with him,
yeah,
so he gonna be straight.
he got a couple dudes that rock with him. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, filling out your roster and getting your roster together. I chatted with him like a month ago, and he was just like, dog, like that's the first thing is just getting your roster together, dog, getting your coaching staff. Like, everybody don't want to move, everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, bro. It's tough. So I think he got most of that stuff kind of together. I mean, I would think by now you gotta have your roster together now. Cause we already ended May, like, yeah. So we'll try to get him on and just chop it up, talk to him about some of the challenges he had with the with fielding a roster in this landscape, dog. It's hard. You saw the numbers for the players going to the NBA. That joint down to like 100 players
Yeah,
signed up to go.
compared to
Like,
400 before the NIL stuff.
yeah,
So it's
that
Jesus.
NIL changed
Yeah,
everything, bro.
and like they keep perpetrating like they want to like control it, but it's saving college basketball because college basketball was kind of to the point where we didn't know anybody.
Yeah,
Guys were leaving after 1 year if they could. Like as soon as they could, they wanted to get out of college, even if that meant getting drafted in the second round or late 20s and then being out the league in 3 years. Bama was racing to get out of
yeah,
college. You can make a serious living and do better in college if you like on the brink type of Bama
yeah.
versus going to the league. So I just think it just makes sense for college basketball and low key safe.
Yeah, nah, that joint is a heck of a move, and it's going to help the NBA too,
It
because
is.
you're not just sending this raw talent that's going to flame out. Like, you at least get a true litmus of where Bama's is at, because you're going to have more like league ready talent at least. I mean, not everybody's going to the league, but you'll have a higher level of talent that's going to stay in college that can kind of really see test test the players and where they at. So I think it'll adversely help the NBA as well, even though it's cutting down the numbers. It's going to refine what the product is, like the Bams that's coming in to the drink. So yeah, I think it's going to be benefits all around for that. Yeah, dog. I mean, that's pretty much it. Let's see. We're gonna see tonight if the Knicks can hold on. I think the Knicks gonna win tonight, dog.
You won't put no bread on
I did. I already did.
it. You
Did
lie.
all
You
that
ain't put
talk.
no bread on
Yeah,
that.
I did, dog. $25.
On the Knicks, just money line.
Knicks spread. They're +3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it might be a bad bet, dog, but just something tell me like. So this is the thing. This is my whole betting strategy. I want you to listen to this so you can tell me if this is a good strategy or not. I go opposite what everybody think gonna happen.
So
So
you just a contrarian.
so the
We already
Pacers,
suspected that of you.
so the
That you're
pay,
a contrarian.
so the Pacers, they got Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton father back in the building. Everybody think he gonna go off. Nope, under 21 points. What else? The Pacers, they think the Pacers gonna come back because they gave the lead away. They gonna come back. Nope, Knicks gonna
Hold on, they
win.
let his father back in.
Yeah,
He off probation or parole, whatever they had him on.
and because of that, Bama's think Halliburton gonna cook. He should cook, but when everybody think one thing, nah, Vegas say opposite. Whatever the opposite is. What they did, they scored a rack of points last game. Oh nope, they're not gonna score a rack of points this game. Like, I'm just going complete opposite of everything they do and say, bro. That's it. That's my formula. We're gonna see if it worked tonight. The drink, if I would have went with that formula, Ant-Man and Randall, I'd have just took them under the points. Whatever the points is, just took them under the points last night. Because everybody thought, what everybody think? Ant-Man gonna show up, they won one game, they gonna come on cooking this drink. Nope. Scrub. That's what we doing, dog. That's the formula. That's the formula, dog. Yeah. Anything else, dog? You watching WNBA?
0% chance.
0% chance, though.
Is
Yeah,
it
so
playoffs, regular season? What's
your regular season, bro. You
I
know
ain't
the
watching
game's
that.
still
I
on.
ain't watching baseball.
Mm,
Anything else I'm not watching?
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. They got Shador. They saying Shador. Everybody love him, dog.
You
The
got to.
teammates rock with him heavy. They still got him last in the depth chart, but you know that's not gonna last long. That's not gonna last long.
This where you really gonna get to see the conspiracy. If they out there trotting Daniel Gabriel just because he was a higher pick, knowing he's not a higher ranked prospect, then that tell you everything you need to know. This might be bigger than Shador. This might be league orders.
League orders. We seen it before. We seen it before. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. I think we lost some subscribers, dog. I'm about to start going ahead. Listen, let me just tell y'all people. If I want to go viral, I can. I just don't like telling lies. I don't like I don't like being fraudulent, dog. I just like being myself. And if myself is not good enough, then it just is what it is. But dog, we can say random salacious stuff that is going to hit the internet. Oh, yo, the member
We can
said,
have story time.
we can
That'll
do that.
blow it up
That could do. But
through the
no,
roof.
I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to lose my job or nothing crazy. Telling stories for likes and subscribers, dog. That's what we come to. Yeah, I remember. I saw this post on Instagram. This bad man was on a bicycle, like a motorbike, and he fell off the joint. And it said 2007. He fell off the motorbike when a Bama came and was like, "You all right?" and like helped him up. Then the joint fast forward to 2014, and Obama had his phone out the window. Was like, "You all right?" like that. Then it fast forward to 2025, and the Bama who fell off the bike had his phone. Was like, "Yeah, I just fell off my bike. I'm hurt pretty bad."
Out of control.
Dog, that's where we progressed in our society, dog. It's just we in a bad place, dog. We in a bad place. Go ahead, comment on the content on the show. Follow us at OSS 980 Other Side of Sports. We out.